Hey everyone, welcome back to our Work Future. I'm Sam.
And I'm Charles. We've got some hot topics to discuss today, all revolving around education in the United States.
That's right, Charles. We're diving into the overhaul of public education funding and restoring accountability in K-12 schools. Let us know how you think we, as a society, can ensure that our education system is providing environments for learning and mental stimulation, and is financially responsible, equitable, and transparent. If you are a guardian or someone who is a business owner or a taxpayer just figuring out how your tax dollars go to fund education, you want to pay attention to what's going on in publicly funded education.
Before we get started, we want to ask you, what is your expectation of the public education system? As we said, we believe that its job is to provide environments for learning and stimulating the brain to think. Put your ideas and expectations of schools in the comments. As the work keeps changing, it's important we will have to be thinking about how to redefine education and be clear about what we expect from our school students and the role we want it to play in our future.
This year, federal and state funding rules have changed, and in some states, they tried to introduce or modify school vouchers. But do we really need more money? According to research by USC, the US is the 8th largest spend in the world for education, but we rank in the middle, or at the bottom of literacy and math scores. Charles, is this really about getting more money or how we spend the money?
Good question, Sam. I think that in some states, they are trying to be more intentional about spending. They are also trying to disperse tax dollars equitably from lower income areas to higher income areas. In states like Texas, they implemented Robin Hood rules, but the results from that are not turning out as intended according to rural districts and higher income districts.
The second challenge related to funding is how to connect the budget in a way that helps schools' academic performance to improve accountability. The U.S. federal government released various metrics for standards of performance from CCMR House Bill 3 to support a work-ready workforce and test scores for academia. The good news from our perspective is that we are getting closer to setting expectations for what we want public educators to accomplish. The complication for schools is that they have performance for safety, teaching, knowledge, and trying to balance teaching children how to interact socially.
Excellent point. Wow, that is a lot for educators to have to be responsible for. It seems that people might need to create more accountability for the parents for some of these responsibilities. It seems like a conflict of priorities in spending, and exhausted people trying to do their best in a very political and overly complex system. Let's move on to transparency and how funds are spent, and how the funding works with accountability and school ratings. Taxpayers have a right to know where their money is going, and schools and states release budgets every year. But each school has a choice in the programs they choose to support. What they don't see is how the original funding amount was determined by the prior year's school performance, legislation, and changing standards.
It's clear that both funding and transparency are crucial issues that need to be addressed in the U.S. education system. Our key takeaway is that maybe we all need to start by clearly defining what we want out of our education system. And it may help to better organize the budget and funding.
Absolutely, Sam. We know that during the next year, there will even be more changes. Parents, employers, and students need to be aware that you have choices in how you learn. Of course, subscribe to our channel or visit our website to learn more about what we do to help solve these problems.